I cut out the end sections from the inside before I take the front piece off, and I've noticed that the supports that used to be there holding the aluminum skin in place have completely disintegrated. There's absolutely nothing there now, so all of that's going to have to be replaced. You can see that underneath the front here, that whole support spar, and we saw it in the inside as well, it's just totally disintegrated to the point that there's nothing left inside there. So that's definitely a job that needs to be undertaken soon. So we're going to take off the front window as the first step to peel back the skin on the front, because this whole side needs to be totally rebuilt. It's rotten. So we're taking off the rain guard right now, and then we'll move on to the window. Last one. Trying not to bend this. Keep it all in one piece, because we'll want to match it all up when we put it all back together again. So set this off to the side. Now that we start taking it apart, we can actually see the original color of the trailer, which is a off green color. So maybe we'll try to match that when it comes time to put a final coat on again.
Looks like that 50s turquoise.
So sometimes, particularly with these old screws, the screw head will strip, which makes it almost impossible to get out. So here's a little trick, particularly with a Phillips head that has stripped the inside. You turn it into a flat head. And then with the new slot, you can just carefully remove the screw using a flathead bit. So there's caulking between the window and the trailer, so I'm just trying to cut into that caulk a little bit so the window will be a little bit easier to pull out. Now you may need to pry out the window just a little bit where that caulk is. I'm trying to stay on the corners for structural support. And this is just a scraper, but it's a pretty solid tool to be able to get in there and just kind of pry back the window so I can start loosening it and take the whole thing out. So this is not a one-person job. It definitely takes two people when you have one long window piece, either like this with the 3 different sections, or even just one window. So enlist somebody, make sure you do it safely, because the last thing you want to do is drop it halfway through and then break the whole thing. So Janelle and I will lift it out carefully, set it off to the side, and then we'll come back later and seal this front side. With the window off, we can get an idea of what the frame looks like, and obviously this whole side over here is completely rotted away. The base piece actually looks like it's in pretty good shape, so that may give us a little bit of help, but Now as I get to this corner, I can see that even that base piece is destroyed. So hopefully we can keep it together well enough to give ourselves a template for building a new front end section that the window will have to fit into. We've removed all of the screws, at least in this lower part here on this frame. I think this is called J-frame, but don't quote me on that. I'm still learning all of the terminology. And now what we do is just gradually peel it away. We're going to be removing these front panels right here, and so I don't want to, or don't have to remove everything right now. But I'm loosening it at least on this piece so we can take it off. I'll do the same thing on the other side.
Lily's trying to help again.
I'm being careful not to bend this, because this will be the same piece that goes back on at the end. So the front sheet of aluminum is bent over, and at the bend point it's attached to the frame with these little nails that have a flush head, just a large brad of some type. So now we have to try to figure out how to get these out. It's not like a regular nail head.
Yay!
So we've removed all the nails that tacked the aluminum into place. I think this is the last one. We've discovered that the wood underneath is disintegrated, so hopefully this panel should come off pretty easily. I'm going to just lay it off to the side. You can see how all the support structures have just totally disintegrated, so it's a wonder that this trailer is even standing, but they'll all have to be put back together.
The entire wall behind the side wall appears to be rotten, at least from this view. Pull that last nail. Oh my God. We were expecting this. This is not a surprise. Wow. We'd like to give a special shout out to Larry from Canned Ham Trailers, and his online video courses have helped us understand how to tackle this project, and we'll be referring to him and giving him a shout out along the way. So thank you, Larry.
Just prying this back just a little bit. It's awfully tight, so I'm just bending it back from the edge a little bit. And we're undone.
All right. There is our mess and challenge. So there's the removal of the front of our trailer, and we will be coming back soon with more about what we're doing.
So this is not a one-person job, particularly when you have a big piece of window like this. So definitely get 2 pieces. That's why Janelle and I are going to take it off.
You said 2 pieces.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Outtake.